My one challenge for you is that you live life grateful for each moment as you live it. I think that that's an important mentality to have just throughout your whole entire life. Because every day on this earth is a gift from God, and we should be grateful for that gift each and every day. The chances of this life, like of us having this life, is like 1 in 400 trillion just being born, and then the chance of life overall is infinitely small, and we have been gifted this chance by our Creator, and we should be grateful. And that's the more like spiritual, theological argument for being grateful for every moment. But like, this life is a gift, and it may not always feel like that. Like I personally have not been through all that much suffering in my life. I've had a relatively easy life, I would say. So maybe that I have a different perspective on it than people who have struggled more that than me would. But I still believe that it is paramount to be grateful for each moment as you live it. And I have a few other arguments for this as well. My school, recently, I was in a play called Our Town. And at the end, in the third act, this is a spoiler warning, but in the third act, the main character, Emily, she dies in childbirth. And there's this whole scene where she's in the afterlife and she's talking about what life means and like how it contrasts from those who are living versus those who are dead. And she asks the stage manager, who in this excuse me, sorry, she asks the stage manager, who in this play is sort of omnipotent, is God. She asked him, "Do people ever realize life as they live it? Like, are we conscious of that we are living life throughout the time that we live it? Because our time here is limited. So making the most of each moment that we have here only comes from us being aware that we have, and we only have this limited amount of moments on this earth. And if we only have this limited amount, then we should make the most of them and be grateful for each and every one." There was like another example from my life. It's like, uh, over the summer, excuse me, I was spending time with some friends. We were getting up to shenanigans, and I had an interest in one of I had a romantic interest in one of the friends in that group, and I that was like my main focus, was like trying to get to know her better and everything. And like, well, that's still fun. Like, that didn't end up turning out how I had hoped, which I'll probably talk about more like this in a later video. But like, that was a blessing that it didn't go in the way that I had hoped it would then. Excuse me. But during that time, like, I only saw the times that we would spend as friends, through the lens of hopefully getting to know her in through a more romantic lens. And that's so then I wasn't grateful for the time that we had, like being friends. Well, that was who we are. Instead, I was hoping for something more. And just looking back, like, I wish I'd been more present with, like, being grateful for those times, for what they were, not what I was hoped that they were. You know, excuse me. So like, just the idea of being grateful for those moments and not like asking them to be something they're not. There are a lot of things that we do. Excuse me. there are a lot of things that we do for people that we love or that we think we love that we would not do in any other circumstance. And I think that it's important to stand our ground, stand our roots, and be like, I would not, and make sure that any time that you spend with that person or doing things for that person, that you would still be grateful that that's time that you spent. If that relationship should end up not turning out, so if you cross boundaries that shouldn't be crossed, or if you lose parts of your life that, frankly, you should keep with you, then you would not be grateful for those times. So I think that's an important mentality to have going into relationships of that sort. Excuse me. Yeah, but overall, that's my message for the day. That's my challenge to you, is that you live every moment grateful. Thank you.